All of these celebrities are selling us out for what? Now y'all want to talk about class? Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck
on. What's going on, you all? We gotta talk, and I'm gonna be honest. Some of y'all might not like this, but let's talk about it because the inauguration is gone. We saw these celebrities do everything. They have tap danced for Donald Trump. They have kissed the ring, baby. They have kissed the ring. They have bent the knee, all of it. They have taken the knee and to support Donald Trump in the empire, and all of the things that they once were rapping about or hinting towards, it went out the window. Rick Ross and who else? Rick Ross, Nelly performing, not even invited to the inauguration, not even getting the chance to even touch the helm of Donald Trump, not even get a chance to even smell that wig glue. They were getting things that are the basic of the basic. Crypto parties. What? These folks are sellouts. Yes, they are. Well, yes. And it just reminds you of what celebrities, rich folks, or rich whatever will do to better themselves. You had Nelly get up and respond to the criticism and say that he respects the office.
I thought you was riding with me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices. And I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign.
He respects the office. This is ultimately about respecting authority. That's what it was giving. I respect authority. Nelly, I need you to take that Band-Aid off your eyebrow, wherever it was at, and put it on your brain, because she is cooked too, and there's no turning back.
And I'm going to say this. Nelly in this whole response is a cop-out. Nelly does not care about respecting Donald Trump because he won. He doesn't care about any of these things. It is about money. He doesn't have a politic that is considering the feelings of black folks and what black folks have seen from this man, from this president. He doesn't care about any of these things. He is using that for him to be okay with taking a check. That's what he's doing. And it really, again, is a reminder of how fast celebrities will sell themselves for whatever, for a check. It's pitiful.
I will say this, and I know some folks probably might log off or dislike this video after this. I'm going to be completely honest because I said this in my Patreon. I did a whole 30-minute video eating this up because watching a little bit of this inauguration and seeing that tap dancing man who was giving that pastor prayer or whatever he was doing, he was talking about the Lord and Donald Trump, he looked at him like, thank you, Nick. That's what it gave. Watching Nelly try to wiggle himself out of it and say that I support the office of the presidency. Those things. And people, yes, Donald Trump has said some very disgusting things. Very disgusting things about black folks. Make no mistake about it. He has been very opinionated about his thoughts of where the state of the country is at and where he wants to. We are going back. He is interesting in turning the page full steam ahead.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
You saw Elon Musk give a speech and he gave some type of salute. And people are trying their best to explain, oh, they wasn't giving that. He has autism. He's autistic. Like, that's why he did that. These folks do not care. They don't have to. They're doing it in the open. They're doing it right in our face. They do not care. They are letting it be known. This is what we believe in. This is the tea for today. They don't care. And what gets me is that the Republican Party can do all of these things. And the moment the Democrats even talk about taking funding away from police departments, baby, like, they can't even say that. It just goes to show you things that benefit us, working class poor folks. They can't even say they support universal health care. They can't say anything that benefits us at all. They cannot. And for the people who are out here saying that Trump has undone so many things and so much progress that has been done over the course of the Biden administration as well as Obama's administration, all of the things, the progressive things that we have gotten, and he's overturning all of these things. If it's getting overturned that quick, did it truly have a strong foundation? That's the question that I'm asking. If I sell you a house right now and you have an inspector come and they say, girl, everything is up to code, everything she giving, girl, she good. Insurance been covered it. Oh, we good. Everything is good in Gucci. And a little bit of baby thunderstorm come and she blow her down and she nowhere to be found. She's completely gone. What you gonna say? The foundation wasn't giving. The foundation, if it was easy to be blown away, that means it never was strong to begin with. So if it's easy to take back progressive stuff and go back, does that mean that the system is working how it's intended to? It was never about progressing. It never was about any of these things. And to take it further for the folks, no shade, who are eating Nelly up, rightfully so. I mean, Nelly, we shouldn't even. I mean, Nelly has. I mean, we saw what happened. The conversation about Nelly. We saw that. His argument is the same argument that a lot of folks have been saying since this summer in support of Harris. I don't know what else to tell y'all. The people who were demanding more things from Harris and Walz's campaign, who demanded more conversations about working class folks, poor folks, universal health care, all of these things. And folks were, oh, well, we got to have something. We got to do something. We got to do something. We got to get the folks who were falling for the political theater of it all and having a black woman who went to an HBCU in a position of power. I don't really see the difference, to be honest. I don't. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I know that's a lot. But why is it so hard seeing all of the things that Trump has been able to say? Why is it so hard for the Democrats to offer us things that are beneficial for us? Why is it so hard to get legislation passed to have minimum wage increase, universal health care, all this stuff? And if you come in with the schoolhouse rock and all of that, well, we can't do that. We can't do that. We got to make it enough. Because one thing about it, when they get in office, they going to make it enough. They going to make it work. They going to find ways. They going to do whatever they want to do. They do not care. And until the Democrats step up and really mean some stuff and come up with something other than some BS, something that's beneficial for working class poor folks, we're going to continuously see presidents like Trump. Because if you think this is going to be 4 years, I got a bridge to sell you to Australia. If you think this is just going to be 4 years, no, ma'am, this is the beginning of something else. Something that we're not used to, but some of us are aware of, that has always been here, that has been kind of hidden from the general public. It's always been here. These things that are happening have been happening under Democratic presidents, Democratic governors, Democratic mayors. Matter of fact, while we're even talking about this and celebrating Martin Luther King Day, there was an encampment in the city of Atlanta, the city that we call Wakanda, where all the black folks are out here doing their big ones, and they're out here making money and making money moves, and all of the Atlanta that gets promoted on the shows and we see on TV. There was an encampment a quote unquote tent city where a lot of homeless people were living. People were living and struggling and surviving in this encampment that was close to Martin Luther King's church, Ebenezer Baptist Church. That encampment was destroyed and pushed out to celebrate Martin Luther King weekend for the parades and things. And unfortunately, a person lost their life. While they were pushing these folks out, the machinery, the bulldozers and things that they used end up crushing that man. And end up crushing a man. And I want folks to sit with that for a second. Right across the street from the church that Martin Luther King preached at on his weekend to celebrate Martin Luther King weekend, a person who was living on the streets lost their life to the city of Atlanta. To the city of Atlanta to celebrate Martin Luther King Day. The irony of that all, the irony of that, for us to have quote unquote joy. The things that we experience as quote unquote joy, sometimes that comes with a cost for somebody else. And I really want us to think about that. I really want to take a moment for us to really think about what that looks like. For us to experience this joy and how we don't want to be around certain things. How the city of Atlanta has been ran by black mayors time and time again, and we're still seeing black folks suffer the most than any other demographic. What does that say? What does that say? I don't know. So yes, I'm sorry I got a little emotional with that because it's just, as a person who has experienced homelessness and was always in fear of going back there, it's a lot. It's a lot for me. It's a lot because that can be any of us, and that will be some of us because of how the system is, by how all these things are designed, and the belief that if we work hard enough, we will get out of these things, and it's just not possible. It's just not possible. It's not. So seeing this, conversation about these celebrities, you had Kim Kardashian post a picture of Melania Trump in her outfit. Folks are gagging for this thin white woman having on a hat looking like the Hamburglar. Okay. It's just folks gagging about that and saying, oh, well, Kim just talking about the outfit and yada, yada, yada. Let me tell y'all something. Kim Kardashian ain't never cared about anything other than her whiteness. That's the only thing she's ever cared about. That's the only thing. And I'm telling y'all now, Kim Kardashian is going back because black folks ain't messing with her like they used to. Her currency, social currency is tapped up. We are moving somewhere else. And you're seeing a lot of celebrities who were plump lips, plump butts, all of that. They are removing it. See the reverse of Kylie Jenner? What is Kylie Jenner doing now? Sitting next and dating one of the whitest actors and the most paid actors, one of the top paid actors currently. She's dating him. She's dating him. They're moving somewhere else. They see where it's like, okay, they done playing around with the black stuff. They done playing around. I done made my money with that. I done sold. I done did. Let me go to my roots because white gonna always make some coin. That's why I was able to sell this stuff because I am white. Look what she's doing now. Kim Kardashian doing the same thing. They're abandoning all of that stuff. Kim Kardashian is getting on that white bag now. We're moving in a different direction. And it's happening right in front of our eyes. And if you're given the right tools, you'll be able to see it. Kim Kardashian has been doing it for a little minute, a couple of years now. So for the folks who get mad, for the black folks who get mad, well, she just selling scams and I don't know why y'all care no more. I wouldn't buy it. I literally told somebody today, don't buy any more of it. That woman do not care. She does not care. She does not care. And she's been waiting and itching to let us know she's been doing it. She never posted anything to support Harris. I'm telling y'all, as loud as they often are when it comes to stuff like this, she didn't say anything this election. She didn't say nothing. She didn't say anything. She let y'all know what it's giving. The moment she got political, the moment it was time to be political, she stepped into it. The moment it was time to be political, she stepped into it. And I'm going to give you one even more. Remember her son, St. Thomas, who was posting a lot of red pill stuff on social media and it got taken down? Where you think she got that from? You think that this child just got access to these things? And yeah, there are some kids who do get access to this terrible stuff online that we see, but they're getting that language from somebody else because they're hearing it. That's why the kids be clocking her teeth. That's why Northwest be clocking her teeth, because they know what it's giving. These kids are well aware. I'm gonna tell you, these young kids, they are aware. I'm gonna give you a prime example. The way Toya on Married to Medicine, shout out to the Married to Medicine fans, the way Toya's son clocked her in this last episode of Married to Medicine when he said that she's made this Birkin bag her whole personality. Baby, to be able to understand that at that young age, baby. Child, to be able to clock that at a young age like that, I don't know. So yeah, like the celebrities are selling us out, and they're doing it in different ways. They're all doing it in different ways. To say that these billionaires sitting at Trump's inauguration and that it's full oligarchy and all of the things, it's been like that. It's been like that. Some of our quote unquote favorite billionaires have been able to sit next and influence Joe Biden. And they have not been advocating things for the betterment of poor working class folks. They ain't been doing that. Little here and there and give that. It's not giving overall. The fact that a billionaire is able to even be close to, or any celebrity is able to be close to a politician or a person that powerful is very concerning. What have you done? What have you done? You supposed to be just consuming the music or the media or whatever they're doing. Why are we not seeing more working class folks who have like suffered and had experiences of poverty and all these other things? Why are these folks not getting the ear? And then when they are getting the ear or getting some attention, they taking pictures of it. Look what we done for the poor folks. That's what it's giving, a whole spectacle. So like, Kim Kardashian doesn't surprise me. Snoop Dogg doesn't surprise me either. These rappers have been selling out for the longest. It is a performance for them. They are full-fledged Republicans and care about themselves. So do not be surprised to see Rick Ross, Nelly, Snoop Dogg. Do not be surprised. And you know what? They can do it because there is no pushback against it. They're not going to experience even a fraction of what Chrisette Michele dealt with. The fact that they're able to still be on flyers while also being accused of some things should let us know what the real tea is. And seeing this, to be honest, is a reminder of how money is truly the root of all evil, because in their pursuit of money that they once had and access, they are willing to sell themselves out for some of this money. Not even a lot, because they're looking out for themselves. And they will fall back on, I am doing this because I respect the office. And I know folks were probably upset about what I said earlier about how a lot of people sounded like this not too long ago. It's no shade, a lot of folks did. The people who were very angry about the outcome of the election and how they talked about deportations and all these things, y'all sounded just like this. The folks who were upset for folks who were not committed to vote for Harris because they had questions about the empire and the things that it was doing, y'all sounded just like them. And no shade, a lot of folks will be moving towards that in the next couple of years. I'm telling you now, there's going to be a lot of celebrities are going to do this as well. These folks will fall in line the same way these billionaires who had all of these things and the whole outcome with TikTok. They are in the pursuit of money. If you think the CEO of TikTok cares about you, you are a damn fool. If you think the CEO of TikTok is cozying up with Trump so we can have entertainment, it's not giving. That's not the reason why. This ban on TikTok, that 12, 16 hours, I'm going to talk about that because there's a lot that happened and I have a lot of theories about this actual ban. I don't believe it was a ban to begin with. I believe that TikTok moved a lot of their stuff on some other servers. I feel as though there were some things that were changed on the platform to prepare it to be sold to someone else. There's a lot going on and TikTok has changed A lot of creators have came out and said that they can't say certain things, they can't comment certain things without it being flagged. A lot of creators that I have seen on TikTok recently have talked about they cannot say certain things. They can't even comment on the election without being flagged and denied revenue from talking about these things. I'm telling y'all, there are some other things going on. There is some other things going on, and we will find out. But I'm curious, will it be too late? So I honestly think probably the next, I might actually have to get off of TikTok. I might have to. And I'm not saying that makes Twitter better or YouTube better. It's just I see deliberately what is happening, and it's very vile. And they're playing in our face, the political theater of it all. And it was a moment, again, for the Democrats to lose because they signed off on it. Yes, Donald Trump was ultimately responsible for the ban, his conversation and pushing for it being sold to a Meta or a U.S. company. It never was about data. It never was about data. Yeah, it was about data, but it wasn't about protecting your data. Not when we're getting text messages and calls and our phones blowing up from spam and election text. They don't care about our data. If they wanted to protect our data, they would protect it. But they want that data in their pocket so they can keep an eye on us, period. And so they can sell it. So that's what that's about. But I'll expand on it more in another video. But something happened on TikTok. So I want folks to be aware the next couple of months is going to be a lot for a lot of us. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot the next couple of years. But if we think that this is going to end after Trump's end of his presidency, it's not. It's about to go in a different direction. And we need to prepare ourselves for these things. Yeah, to that preacher who was on there preaching and tap dancing, you know, one of the things that stood out to me was folks calling it a minstrel show. And I had a couple of conversations with folks about this and what is a minstrel show, who gets to determine. And one of my close friends made a comment and said that it's what black folks, you know, largely say is a minstrel show. Because to me, I've seen that with the Democratic Party and things too. So I now understand more of how these things are used. So me seeing that, it's not as jarring as it used to be 4-6 years ago. It's not jarring to me anymore like it used to be, because that happens a lot on both sides. But yeah, it was a lot seeing that, but I've seen it with some others, and I talked about it on Patreon. Can't get into it too much because, baby, I can only talk about so much on YouTube for folks be feeling some type of way. There's a lot going on. But yes, Kim Kardashian, doesn't surprise me. All these other celebrities, you're going to see more and more of this. They ain't going to come out quick like that, but pay attention to how they're going to move the next couple of years, because I'm telling y'all, we're headed somewhere else. That's why folks are being critical of things they're seeing, even the American flag. That's all I got. Tell me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.